just trying to survive and learn to love along the way. By Foreplay on AO3, episode 116, chapter 116 of Heavy Weights and an Ideal Quirk. Most of the class ducks, Izuku included. He's not sure what point it has though, other than delaying them being crushed by a few seconds. Except, they never are. Izuku looks up in confusion, a few seconds after he expected to be crushed. He finds Kirishima to be the only one standing, quirk activated, as he struggled to hold up the slab of concrete that miraculously stayed intact. Izuku's worked hard in training. He's built up quite a bit of strength, so he doesn't give it a second thought as he jumps up to help his friend with the load. He only realizes after he takes some of the weight that they're both stuck there. If they let go, then everyone is crushed. So now they have to wait for the rest of the class to escape, and then somehow find a way out themselves. They need to work quickly. It's only been a few seconds and Izuku's already struggling under the weight of this. If they had to let go, Kirishima would be fine. His quirk would protect him, and Izuku's sure that his friend would try to protect him too. But then they would have to waste valuable time digging them out while the League could be attacking. They needed a fast way out of this, so Izuku looks around for inspiration. There are several more holes in the roof now. If they work together, the whole class could easily make it out of one of those. They'll have to climb over a bit of the debris, but that's nothing too complicated. All they have to figure out is how to drop this cement without killing everyone. Maybe his dad already has a plan. Izuku looks to where he last saw him, and finds the spot empty. Where's Dad? He hadn't meant to ask that out loud, but his classmates take it in stride. Aizawa-sensei went to help Mirako. I think she's pinned. Kaminari pipes in helpfully. Izuku looks to where he last saw the hero, and sure enough, his dad is there, crouching next to a huge slab of concrete. That must be where Miracle is. Since his dad is busy, Izuku will have to count on his classmates. Someone has to have a quirk that will help them out of this. The obvious choice would be Uraraka. With her quirk, she could just float this off of them. But Izuku has no clue how much debris is on top of this. Her quirk won't help much if there's stuff weighing this down. There are several people with destructive quirks, but having Kachan blow it up, or Ida use his quirk to try and kick it away, will just result in the concrete breaking to pieces. That will help no one. He could have Yaoyorozu use her quirk to make something strong enough to hold it up, but there's no guarantee that she knows exactly the blueprints of something that strong, or that she's eaten enough today to create something like that. There's Ashido, who could possibly melt the concrete away, but there is no telling how much she would have to melt, and there's the possibility that her acid dipping into the classmates. The best option here is Shouta. Where's Shouta? Izuku can't spot him, so he must be hidden among their classmates. Here. His voice comes from directly behind Izuku, nearly making him lose his grip on the concrete in surprise. Your quirk is best to get us out of here. I trust your instincts. What do you need me to do? Izuku is glad he asked. He's sure that if this would have been the start of the year, Shouta would have just acted without wanting for the plan, and it could have been disastrous. We're gonna need pillars of ice to support the weight of this. They need to be evenly distributed and put at the exact same time. If the timing is off, the change in pressure could result in more cracks and end up crushing us all. No pressure, man. Shouta gives Kirishima his best. Are you fucking kidding me? Look for the comment, but says nothing. Everyone else takes that as their cue to leave. They escape to the section of the room that has a more secure ceiling. But they don't leave the room, choosing to wait until everyone is free. A few of them stubbornly stay behind. No way am I leaving this shithead, is what Izuku expects of Kachan at this point. Same here. Hitoshi offers him a cheeky grin. Really, he should have expected this of him too. Izuku opens his mouth to argue, but shuts it just as quickly. He can't make Toshi leave. If their position was reversed, there's no way he would leave either. He won't force his boyfriend to do something that Izuku wouldn't. There's an ominous cracking that has everyone tensing. Something must have shifted because the weight feels 10 times heavier. If that's even possible. It's like the longer they hold this up, the heavier it gets. They can't hold out much longer. Shouta starts searching the roof, planning his best spots to put his pillars. The weight shifts, and everyone ducks when Izuku and Kirishima fall to their knees. At the sudden increase in pressure, they're both shaking, and Izuku's about to tell the others to leave when there's a sudden drop in temperature. Instinctively, he pulls his hands from the freezing surface of the concrete. Nothing shifts. Shota's pillars have done their job. They don't know how long this would last, though. So the 5 of them start to crawl as fast as they can towards the opening. It's much smaller than before, but they should be able to fit through. It's not far to move, so soon enough, they're all squishing through the opening and collapsing on the ground. Izuku is exhausted, still trembling all over. Looking to his left, he can see that Kirishima is in a similar state, speaking quietly with Kachan. They were only holding up that roof for 5 minutes at most, but it was so unbelievably heavy that it feels like hours went by. "You alright, Izuku?" Toshi's face popped up into his view. "Yeah, I guess we should get going." He sits up slowly, wary of his straining muscles. The class is a bit further than they were before. Now they all stand where Mirako and his dad are supposed to be. Izuku moves to join them, pushing the way through the crowd with little resistance. He regrets the action when he makes it to the front. His dad is still there, working frantically over Mirako. The heroine is laying there, arm crushed under a heavy chunk of rubble. She's unconscious, probably because of the large amount of blood pooling around her. Dad, is she gonna be okay?" His dad meets his eyes for just a second before refocusing on his task. "I'm not sure. You kids need to get out of here. Work together and do your best to avoid fighting." Normally he doesn't think his dad would send them ahead like this, but Izuku doesn't think he just wants them to see all this. "I'll stay and help, Sensei." Yariozu kneels by his dad's side and starts pounding first aid supplies with her quirk. "Alright, class, let's get out of here." Ida breaks the silence by being far too loud. "Shh, we don't want the villains to hear us." Hitoshi scolds him. "Right, let's head out for that hole and get out of here." Ida points out the largest opening at a far more reasonable volume. Oh my god. Okay, well, they didn't die. They didn't die. Nothing, well, Mirako's kind of hurt. Oh well. Chapter 117 of Sneaking and Splitting. Are they gonna split up? The class successfully makes it out of the bunker. Now all they have to do is sneak their way out of the dorms and make their way to a hero. Should be easy, right? Don't say should be easy, right? Shut the fuck up. You do not say should be easy, right? You just jinxed us. Knocking on wood. Knocking on wood isn't even gonna help. You jinxed us. You jinxed us. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say much because I'm sure that you guys just want to go into the next chapter. So, if you're rewatching this before, after all the episodes, or most of the episodes, or the episode, at least the one moving forward, is, I'm gonna shut up now. Anyways, as always, Mary and Jobs, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds, have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.